Now it's time to meet the finalists for the prestigious WPDE Zoneman Trophy. Mark Haggard sat down with all the candidates, and here's a look at this year's Zoneman crop.
Here are the finalists for the 2011 Zoneman. 4 men are on the podium, 2 juniors and 2 seniors. Here they are in alphabetical order. Dillon Jr., Jabo Lee. Conway Jr., Michael Moody. Dillon Sr., Quinton Smith. And Hemingway Sr., Jabil Solomon.
Hi, I'm Dillon running back, Jabo Lee, and I want to win the Zoneman.
Michael Moody, quarterback for Quinton High School, and I want to win the Zoneman.
Hi, I'm Quinton Smith, wide receiver, Dillon High School, and I want to win the Zoneman.
Hi, my name is Jabil Solomon from Hemingway High School, and I play wide receiver, and I want to win the Zoneman Trophy.
Dillon Wildcats running back Jabo Lee averaged more yards per carry than anyone in the area. More than 11 yards every time he ran the ball.
I just feel like everything is coming in slow motion, so majority of the time I only see one person at a time, but I also feel like I see a lot of my players around me.
I think Jabo, one of the best things about him, Jabo, is he's the ladies' man around here. And I mean, we joke around with him about how everywhere you go at the games at school, you see some girl with number 2 on their back or on their face. And so we give him a hard time about that.
Jabo is the area's leading scorer with more than 30 touchdowns on the year. He is also a devastating return man for the Wildcats.
The good thing about him, you know, the bigger the game, the bigger the production. He always shows up in the big games.
Jabo is quiet, does not like attention, but he's getting plenty of it from colleges around the country.
Tennessee, Clemson, Virginia Tech, Oregon, Alabama.
He's a tremendous talent who knows what he wants to do after football.
My dreams last, I want to go to school and do physical therapy, but if physical therapy don't work out, I'm definitely playing football.
Jabo is powerful, able to break tackles. He also runs the 40 in 4.4 seconds.
He's got practice speed and game speed, and you know that game speed's a little bit different. And you know, I hadn't seen a lot of people run him down or catch him from behind.
Winning state championships is serious business at Dillon. And when it's all over after next season for Jabo Lee, number 2 wants only one thing from his high school head coach.
I want Coach Hayes to hang my jersey up before I leave. Like that's one of the goals I have, and another goal, I just want to win all the state championships while I'm here. Like away from football and school, I'm always around my mom to make sure she's all right. So I guess you could say I'm a mama's boy.
Our next Zoneman finalist is Conway quarterback Michael Moody. An injury caused him to miss his entire sophomore season. And despite missing a game and a half this year, he still ran for 30 touchdowns and led the Tigers to the Class 4A playoffs.
I've been growing up playing basketball, but when I moved to Conway, I mean, just meeting Coach Jordan and everything else, and then coming out here, I seen that it was a good tradition playing football, so I decided just to play football and basketball.
Moody's signature win came when he ripped off 2 long runs in this win over defending state 3A champion Myrtle Beach High to bring the victory bell back to Conway.
Michael is extremely fast. He's 182 or 3 pounds, is very strong, and has great acceleration. He comes out of the hole in a hurry, and plus he's a competitor, and so, you know, when you add all those things up, it's a remedy for a good football player.
With Moody at the helm, Conway averaged more than 30 points a game. Moody is known for his running ability, racking up nearly 1,500 yards on the ground this season. Through the air, Moody threw for over 1,500 with 17 TD passes.
My strengths are just looking for openings, running the ball if it's there, throwing it, just making plays when the play break down.
Nobody in the area with 200 or more passes completed a higher percentage than Moody. He says winning a state championship is high on his list before graduation.
I want to go far. I want to go to college and everything, get my degree, and then hopefully, if God will, play in the NFL.
Moody says Conway head coach Chuck Jordan has molded him into the star he is today.
Coach Jordan meant a lot to me. Just from day one, coming in from my 8th grade year, he taught me from bottom up. He taught me the motion of quarterback from the balls, my hand motions, just learning defense, everything.
Moody is humble, quick to give credit to others, and a bit gullible at times.
One time he missed a practice, and my big thing when you miss practice, you better let me know, because if you don't, I'm going to deal with you. Well, he went home sick, missed practice, and he talked with one of the other coaches but didn't tell me. When we came back the next day, I told him he was off the team, that I was done with him. If he was going to miss practice and not let me know, he was through. And I let him live with that for about an hour or two. And then I brought him back in after the next period and said, by the way, Mikhail, Coach did tell me that you weren't going to be here and you were homesick, and it's okay.
Moody also plays basketball at Conway High, but his future ticket is clearly on the football field. This young man says his education comes before athletics.
That's a big part of my life. My favorite subject probably would have to be math.
Our next Zoneman finalist is wide receiver Quinton Smith. He finished his senior season with more than 30 catches for over 600 yards.
Well, my role on this team is try to be, I'm a leader, one of the leaders on this team. I try to keep these guys upbeat and ready to go every week.
At 6'4", Smith is almost unstoppable. He has 4.5 speed in the 40, a great route runner with sure hands, and the ability to take any reception to the end zone.
You know, he's a Division I football player. Causes a lot of problems for defenses with his size, and causes a lot of matchup problems. And you know, a lot of people's got to decide: are they going to double cover Quinton Smith, or are they going to keep another man in the box to defend the run against Jabo Lee?
Perhaps the most frightening for opponents is when he lines up with Jabo Lee on kickoff and punt returns. Smith is just as capable of making his way to pay dirt.
Quinton means a lot. He means a lot. Like, he takes a lot of pressure off me and off the quarterback. Like, even if Quinton has a good DB on him, Quinton makes sure he goes out and do what he has to do, catch the ball or make sure the team is in good position.
No area player was more heavily recruited this year. Smith turned down offers from Auburn, LSU, Alabama, Florida, and Notre Dame. Quinton Smith has committed to the Gamecocks. He says he will play wide receiver in football and in the outfield for Ray Tanner's defending national champion baseball team.
To me, in my heart, I feel like Carolina they're one of the up-and-coming big programs that, people don't know about. And, it's only getting better with time. And the guys that we have building up and coming together are some of the best guys around here.
Quinton Smith is a first cousin of former Dillon great Derek Hamilton, who was the second leading receiver in Clemson history.
And I try to follow his footsteps, and he's my role model right now. He's helping me and guiding me through this time as I'm going through this process. So, I look to get there to that point one day, and try to make not only myself proud, but the town of Dillon.
Quinton Smith will represent the South Carolina All-Stars in the Shrine Bowl. Our last Zoneman finalist is Hemingway wide receiver Jabil Solomon. He's perhaps the best all-around player in the area on offense and defense combined. The past 2 seasons, he had 25 TD catches and more than 2,000 receiving yards.
I don't think when I was a kid I picked up football. I wasn't like really a sports type person. I like to play basketball a lot. I was a big basketball fan, so when I came back down here from Columbia, I started liking football because my parents wanted me to play, so I tried it out and I started to like it.
He put all his heart into it, and he's just a heck of a guy to be around,
The 6'2", 185-pound Solomon never comes off the field. He's a game-changing return man. On defense, he led the area with 10 interceptions his junior year. This year, he had half that number because quarterbacks decided it was not a good idea to throw his way.
Jabil is the only kid I've ever had that he hit a player from, I think we were playing Green Sea Floyd, and hit one of their players so hard on a crackback block that the kid's mama actually come on the field and cussed me out. So, like I said, that's definitely one for the book we're going to write one of these days.
Solomon comes from a large family, 5 sisters and 6 brothers. He's a speed merchant who also brings physical toughness. He can be either a possession receiver to get yards needed for a first down or make big plays like this spectacular catch against rival Carvers Bay. Solomon has done everything the Tigers have needed, including making the A&I top play of the week with this end reverse for a touchdown while running over a defender on his way to the end zone.
I like to play offense. I love to catch the ball, love making touchdowns, love getting in the end zone, and the crowd go crazy.
Solomon, who averaged more than 20 yards a catch this year, has committed to play at East Carolina.
I always wanted to go to college, play football, so, you know, keep working hard, do what you gotta do, you can make it.
Jabil Solomon will play for the South Carolina All-Stars in the Shrine Bowl. Once again, here they are, the 4 Zoneman finalists. Dillon running back Jabo Lee, Conway quarterback Moody, Dillon wide receiver Quinton Smith, and Hemingway wide receiver Jabil Solomon.